Assalamualaikum students, and how are you? Today we are having our third meeting. The title is equivalence at what level. Yeah, I'm sure you have still remembered. Yes, you still remember this material since it's only how many? I guess 2 months or less than 1 month even. Yeah, waiting for the third semester to come after your second semester. Oh, sorry, third semester break, yeah, until the beginning of this fourth semester. I'm sure you still remember, although it is a bit, yeah. But don't worry, today we will review this material equivalence at the level. It will not take too long, yeah, due to the okay the amount of video size you will have to watch. Yeah, so I will be brief in explaining this. Okay, the subchapter of this topic consists of the word in different languages, lexical meaning, and the problem of non-equivalence. Only three. Yeah. We start with the word in different languages. Yeah. There are three. The first is word, any sequence of letter with an orthographic space on either side. So, Mona Baker defines word as any sequence of letters with an orthographic space on either side. What is meant by orthographic space on either side is that whenever you write any word, there must be space, right? So, for example, saya suka ikan, yeah. After saya, there is a space, yeah. And in ikan, yeah, before ikan there is a space, and after ikan there is a space. So that's what so-called as space on either side, yeah, if necessary. Orthographic is a letter written, yeah. And so the Mona Baker simplifies the definition. And the second one, is there a one-to-one relationship between word and meaning? I have told you many times that, of course, there is no. For example, in Indonesian, we have wajan, ya, atau penggorengan. When it is translated into English, it becomes frying pan. From one word, wajan becomes frying and pan, two words. So there is no relationship. Yeah, totally disagree. And after that, introducing morphemes. You have studied morphemes in second semester in my class, English vocabulary. That is, morpheme is the smallest meaningful unit of a language. Yeah, although it is the smallest, but it carries meaningful, okay, definition or explanation. Yeah, for example, the word here, I give you the example likable. Yeah, from the word like, yeah, like itself, it can be a verb. Yeah, once it gets the morpheme able, the addition, it becomes the part of speech. Its part of speech becomes adjective or word class. Yeah, so from verb like, yeah, the additional morpheme able, it becomes adjective. And the second one is man, yeah, the change in the word a to e, yeah, changes the numbers of the word. Here, as a translator, we must be careful and we must pay attention to this word formation, yeah, specifically the morpheme, so that we are not getting misled or there is no misleading. For example, man, if you do not pay attention to it, yeah, you may translate it as man, lalaki, padahal man di sini adalah banyak laki-laki, yeah. That's the example. Yeah, next, lexical meaning. In dealing with equivalence at what level, you must also deal with lexical meaning. Yeah, in lexical meaning, of course, lexical comes from the word lexis. Yeah, lexis is words. Any words exist in a particular language. The official one. Yeah. For example, the particularly the words in a dictionary. Now that's the official one. So the whole words in a particular language. That's lexis. So in lexical meaning, there are two issues here: prepositional and expressive meaning. And here I give you a simple description of it, yeah, so that you can distinguish those terminologies easily, yeah. You must know that prepositional is the general one, or what people expect about that word. For example, when you when someone says to you, "Ah, that woman is sexy," okay, what comes on your mind when you first time hear the word sexy, especially for the woman? You might think like she's having a good body, or she's tall, or she's wearing a sexy dress, or and etc. That's the common thing. And here I give you the example of but crazy. Yeah. The situation, Barry congratulates his close friends for winning the national debate competition against the defending champion. Yeah, since his friend can win, yeah, Barry says, "You're crazy, man." The word crazy here, let's say, okay, Barry is close to you. Yeah, you're at building, yeah, at the building or a stadium, yeah, you are passing by while hearing Barry saying, "You're crazy, man." Now what's on your mind must be like, crazy is a thing that is disgusting or abnormal, and so forth, yeah, such definition. But here the word crazy in expressive meaning can mean amazing or unbelievable. Yeah. So prepositional meaning, you can say what the dictionary says. Yeah. Or the common um, original ideas. Yeah. In dictionary. While expressive meaning, it depends on the speaker. Yeah. Since it is expressive. For example, in Indonesian, let's say the word gila, ya, or crazy, ya, gila. Nah, sekarang gila itu kan banyak maknanya. Ya, apalagi yang lagi trending mungkin kemarin ada anjay, lalu umpamanya yang terutama yang kata-kata yang bermakna negatif gitu. Nah, itu bisa berwarna positif. Based on the it depends on the speaker's meaning, yeah, whether to perform a pragmatic or sarcastic, or being sarcastic, or to deliver literal meaning. Yeah, I'm sure you've got some of those knowledge. And the next one, presupposed meaning. In presupposed meaning, there are two issues again. The first one is selectional restriction. Yeah, selectional restriction deals with the previous one, the prepositional meaning. So it restricts the or it gives some boundaries to a particular word definition. Yeah, so that people have a specific okay, ideas on that word. Yeah, a restriction made for specifying a word. For example, the word crazy we've just discussed. While collocational restriction, yeah, since it is collocation deals with a pair of words, sepasang kata, ya, which are formulaic yang sudah terset secara sistematis dan sudah pasti, ya, tidak bisa diganggu gugat in a particular language. Contohnya di sini ada sama dengan. Although it is sama dengan, yeah, you cannot translate it into same with. No, in fact in English we say same as. Yeah, tertarik dengan atau kepada, interested in, and membasuh muka. For example, not in English it you say wash your face. Yeah, while in Indonesian wash means mencuci. Yeah, on our mind, wash means like okay, putting some soap and soaking the clothes, and then okay, continuing to the next process of washing, like washing clothes. In fact, this one is face. Yeah. The next, evoke meaning. Yeah, there are dialect and register. Evoke meaning, what you need to pay attention to is that the dialect, yeah, we know dialect is different from one area and another. Yeah, for example, geographical. Yeah, for example, here I give you gembus. Yeah, the word gembus. Pay attention to this because gembus in gembus in Pekalongan can mean in Pemalang can mean telembu, while telembu in Pemalang can mean different thing in Tegal. Of course, the negative one lah, the negative meaning. And temporal, yeah, temporal, almost the same, yeah, and actually it changes over time, yeah, but since in Indonesian it lacks of the temporal, yeah, I give you the different way to say sekali or very, yeah, very, very. In the past, most of the in Pekalongan region, including Pemalang and Batang, they share almost the same words. That is sangat, yeah, sangat. Then in the past, sangat was used, and now it becomes po. It develops, ya, po banget or teo in Pemalang, ya, because you know that language, yeah, starts from the Creole. Creole or is a language of trading, yeah. People trade and they create a particular language to facilitate their trading so that the trading can run smoothly, yeah. And social, yeah, it reflects to the social class of people, yeah. For example, okay, talak, pupur, bedak, ya, you know that all these things are the same, but when it is said by like a low economy people may say it as talak, yeah, while the high class people may say it as bedak, that sort of thing. Of course, in translating, you must adjust the dialect, yeah, into the proper one, yeah. If the vocabulary or the words are aimed for the low class people, you must adjust it, while it is when it is for high class people, you must adjust it too. And the next is register. Register deals with language used in a particular situation, yeah. It consists of three: field, vocabulary in particular field. For example, you are having a conversation with your teacher. Of course, in Indonesian, you must not use kamu or kau atau elu, ya. In fact, you must use anda atau ibu atau ya panjenengan, nah gitu ya. In a particular field, it can be in education, in law, in economic, and the next is tenor, speaker's relationship. For example, student and teacher, student and sorry, son and mother. Okay, because the speaker's relationship can result in code mixing or code switching. For example, you are talking with your friends, and then suddenly your friend's mother comes. Of course, you must change your language from Ngoko to Krama, for example, or from Ngoko to Indonesian. And mode, spoken or written. Yeah, it is clearly understandable, ya. Spoken, ya, yang diucapkan, written yang ditulis. Next is problem of non-equivalence. Okay, the first one is semantic field and lexical sets. It deals with superordinate versus hyponym. Yeah, this is the general issue of non-equivalence. Yeah, superordinate is the say we have a tree. Yeah? We have a tree. It has trunk. It has a trunk. Yeah, from one trunk can have many branches. Now that's what so called as the hyponym, and the trunk is the superordinate. For example, the trunk is vehicle. Yeah, there are so many classes of vehicle. It can be the branches can be car, can be bus, can be motorcycle, can be plane, can be ship, and so on and so forth. That's superordinate versus hyponym in a simplified version. Now here, the problem we may face, or the problem that may arise, is that there is lack of the superordinate of the hyponym in the target language. Here, for example, in Indonesian, when you have a dispenser, yeah, in your house, They okay, the choice of the selection of temperature must be panas, sedang, and dingin. While in English it has cold, cool, hot, and warm. Yeah. Okay, so this is in terms of temperature, and there are so many out there. The next problem of non-equivalence, problems and strategies. The first one, we discussed the problem first. Culture specific concepts, of course, there are so many culture specific concepts that are non-equivalent from one word, from one language to another. Let's say, for example, sedekah bumi. Nah, sedekah bumi in English, how you say that? Sedekah bumi, dondunan, and for example, there are so many ya. Ada malam Jumat Kliwon, ada Kliwonan, ada Rajaban. Nah, there are so many. Source language concept is not lexicalized in the target language. Nah, that's is still related to the culture. Ya, maksudnya yang tidak tersedia di target bahasa sasaran gitu. Kayak tadi kan tidak tersedia. The source language word is semantically complex. Nah, sama. Contohnya sama tadi. Sama kita pakai contoh Rajaban gitu. Rajaban. What is Rajaban in English? Nah, we must describe it, yeah. Since it is described, it means that it is semantically complex because it needs a long explanation. Rajaban is an event held by like a mosque, organized by villagers to celebrate the month of Rajab, in which Prophet Muhammad did Isra Mi'raj. Now that's quite complex, semantically complex. The source and target languages make different distinctions in meaning. The source and target language make different distinctions in meaning. This one is, although it looks okay, the same, but in fact it is different. Yeah. For example, the common error that is done, let's say the simplest one is the part of speech, for example. Yeah. Although it is may related to the grammatical equivalence, but for it can deals also with the at what level. For example, the word understand. Yeah, understand. Understand in bahasa Indonesia is paham. Nah, we sometimes mislead that we consider understand as adjective. Yeah, so I am understand, but in fact it is a verb. So I understand. Now that sort of thing. The target language lacks of subordinate. Yeah, and the target language lacks a specific term. That's the same as what I've just explained about the temperature. Differences in physical or interpersonal perspective. Nah, it is almost the same as the this one register ya. For example, when you translate a comic, for example, you have SpongeBob comic, for example. There is a conversation between Patrick and SpongeBob. Yeah, for example, I and you. How will you translate I and you in Patrick and SpongeBob conversation? Of course, since they are a close friend, you must translate it as aku dan kau, for example. Aku dan kau Patrick. Nah, bukan saya dan Anda. Nah, seperti itu. Karena kan in English the word you, yeah, the English always uses you. For example, you are clever professor. Nah, for example, itu kan bukan kamu atau bukan elu tapi kan Anda. Nah, that's it differs in interpersonal perspective. Differences in expressive meaning. Nah, this one deals with the first thing I explained to you. Differences in form. Nah, differences in form, I give you this one, yeah, by cultural substitution. For example, the way people laugh, yeah, in each country differ each other. Sorry. Differences in frequency and purpose of using specific form. For example, the word okay, the word ing or the additional s. Let's say here this one. Let us check. Nah, ini. Nih ya, yang D source and target languages make different distinctions in meaning. Here the Mona Baker gives an example of kehujanan and hujan-hujanan. There is another word, for example, uh, kunduran truk. Nah, kunduran truk itu apa? Nah, itu kan dalam bahasa Indonesia pun kita juga kesusahan. Apakah dia apa kemunduran truk bisa berarti dia penurunan kualitas atau dia oke, terlindas truk yang sedang atret mundur. Nah, itu kan bisa multitafsir gitu. Ini lack of superordinate and hyponym in expressive meaning, differences in form here. Let's say you can have like you must pay attention to the additional word, yeah, the morpheme, I mean, like the morpheme. You must be able to distinguish, for example, interviewer and interviewee, counselor and counselee, and hostage. Nah, this one, for example, actor, actress. That's an issue you must cope with in differences in form. And differences in frequency and purpose of using specific forms. And for example, English has ing, yeah, for something that is going on, yeah, while in Indonesia you don't need to add ing, yeah, for something that is still in progress. And the use of loan words in the source text, ya, loan word itu pinjaman, ya, kata pinjaman. Contohnya, for example, the word game online. Nah, game online is loan words. Ya, if you want to use the domestication, you can use game daring. Nah, seperti itu. The next strategies, translation by a more general word. Yeah, it can be the first choice. For example, when you are having a difficulty in translating color, yeah, there are so many color, yeah, existing nowadays. For example, the color of hijab, the color of lipstick. There are so many. And for example, if the word you will translate sounds okay, too insulting or a sort of swearing words like the word fuck or bastard. Now you can go for the more general word, yeah. By a more neutral, less expressive word, the same as more general word. For this one, for example, if it is for color, yeah, you can choose, for example, the color people generally know. If it is okay, let's go back to the purpose of the translation from your client. If it is for product, yeah, then you must be specific. If it is not focused on product, then you can translate using more general word. That's the case. And there's translation by cultural substitution. Yeah, here I give you the simplest one. The way people laugh and the way animals sound. Translation using a loan word or loan word plus explanation. Yeah, for example, like what I said before, for example, Rajaban, ya. People in Semarang celebrate Rajaban or conduct Rajaban event. Rajaban event, you put comma and give the explanation. An event held to celebrate blah 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 blah. Translation by paraphrase using a related word. Nah, it can be this one. Ya, it can be plus explanation ini yang tadi. And translation by paraphrase using unrelated words yang tidak berkaitan tapi sebetulnya masih bisa dikaitkan, maksudnya gitu. Contohnya di sini from a poem by Shakespeare, ya. Present I flee you, absent you are near, ya. It is translated into lu deket gua kabur, lu jauh gua kangen. Nah, the word near here when we discuss about, when we relate this word with the prepositional meaning, yeah, near means that something is close to us, but here the translation is kangen, ya, kangen, which does not reflect the close position of anything. Nah, gitu maksudnya. Prepositional words ya, dari makna yang fix di kamus itu kan, in our mind near, close is close, something that is close to us, but kangen is different thing, yeah. It is not a something, but it deals with somehow feel, yeah. And translation by omission, omitting the difficult words, and translation by illustration, giving the you can add picture if necessary, yeah? Of course it depends on the purpose, on what client um, wants you to do. That's the point of this translation job. Okay, I guess that's all for the explanation. I guess that's all. The discussion will be further conducted on Edmodo. Thank you, and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.